Hey, this video contains spoilers for the Dragon Reborn, third book in the Wheel of Time series. You have been warned. Sometimes I'll read a book and I'll be able to talk about it for days. Sometimes I'll read a book and I remain head empty. Guess which one it'll be today? The Dragon Reborn is the third installment of the Wheel of Time 14 long book series, which I'm starting to believe should be cut to, like, 7 books? Why am I saying this? Well, it's because I'm bored. That's right, I'm bored, and I'm crowning the Dragon Reborn the most boring book of the series so far. No, really, I had to go back to my rating of book 2 and apologize to it. I didn't think this would happen after the endless run-in we did back in the Great Hunt. At least then we were after something. Now what? What are we doing? And hold on, I can hear you hissing and violently tapping on your keyboard already. This is what I must expect when bad-mouthing super beloved series. But calm down for now and let's go over this needlessly long narrative together. Plus, I have a theory that I think you'll find interesting. Or incredibly stupid, you tell me. Part 1. The Unforgotten Wolf. The book mysteriously opens on the perspective of a certain Perrin. Perrin who? Sorry, I'm just so accustomed to, not thinking about him. But no, Perrin gets loads of screen time. Page time? And I think it's nice. Let's see, what is he up to? 3 words. Wolves, dreams, and love. One thing Perrin does a lot in this book is dreaming. Characters have made weird dreams before, but in this book, it's intense. He sees all sorts of things that he cannot explain and that I can't even begin to interpret. One thing to note is, this dream world works as some kind of a wolf network? Perrin sure learns a couple things from the wolves, and he's part of a pack now. He found his people and he doesn't hate it so much anymore. That about covers it, but what about love? Amid running from white cloaks and trying to find Rand, Perrin and the gang are followed by a hunter for the horn called Fail and Zareen. Can y'all stop having more than one name? I can't keep up. Anyway, she's just hanging out with us now, and Perrin acts like he doesn't like her until she walks into a trap in Tear and he decides to risk his life to free her. When's the wedding ceremony? Cause one of you needs to propose now. Part 2. The Powerpuff Girls. The White Tower can be a scary place, with all the chores you gotta do as a novice and how strict the rules are. Thus, we need heroes to take care of issues the Aes Sedai don't seem to bother with, such as the Black Aja. This is a serious threat. We must upgrade our heroes. I present to you Egwene as Blossom, Elaine as Bubbles, and Nynaeve as Buttercup. Will it be enough to face Liandrin and her scary gang? Siwan seems to think so, because she asks them to investigate and hunt the Black Aja. Is it just me? Or is this way too big of a responsibility for girls that were still novices literally yesterday? Egwene and Elaine just about passed their testing, which was a traumatic experience, and now, along with Nynaeve, they must follow the trail of personified danger. They, at different times, got attacked, almost killed, told to shut up about it, sent to their death, kidnapped, betrayed, and ultimately captured. Siwan, look what you did! I just summarized their entire arc in one sentence. They end up imprisoned by the Black Aja minions in Tear. In case you didn't get it yet, this is where all the characters who parted ways will find each other, Eye of the World style. And that's it. I suppose I can comment on our girls. Let's see. Egwene now has a magic ring that allows her to visit Telerun Riyadh, the world of dreams, an actual place. She's interested in becoming a dreamer, you see, and she's drooling over a warder? Maybe the Green Aja would suit her. In any case, I still like her the same. Elaine is a sweet bubble of joy. I don't know, I like how gentle she is, especially compared to Nynaeve, who's still always angry. Nynaeve reminds me of when I get angry, and I don't like that about myself, so I don't like it about herself either. Plus, it's getting old. Chill, ma'am. Part 3. The Runaway Gambler. Matrim Cawthon, the plague-stricken man, all because he found a cool knife in a shady place. Well, now he's completely healed. The Aes Sedai at the White Tower performed a little exorcism, except There's the horn. The horn of Valir? The horn of Valir that he sounded? Yeah, apparently he's bound to it. Great, he just got healed from the knife thing, but now there's a horn to worry about. Thanks for the info, Celine. Yes, she's still snooping around, and yes, I still don't like her at all. Because she's here, and I don't know what she wants. Anyway, Matt feels so good now that he beats up a couple warders. And he gambles with such legendary luck, sus, that he makes lots of gold. They told him not to leave the city. He leaves the city. Got a letter from Elaine to her mother in his pocket and a Tom the Gleeman by his side. Matt makes his way to Camelin, where he illegally infiltrates the palace. The queen should look into hiring more guards. Or maybe not, because thanks to this, Matt discovers the queen's lover is plotting to kill the queen's daughter. Elaine is in danger, but it's fine. She was already in danger. Matt doesn't tell Morghese though, lest he becomes headless. He just delivers the letter and runs away from the drama of a family that's not even his. Also to warn Elaine. For that, he rushes to Ter, where he performs a magic trick involving fireworks. Don't ask questions, this arc is done. Part 4. The Dragon, the Return, the Rebirth. You must be wondering, where is our boy Rand? Why are we not talking about the star of the show? Well, he's busy saving the world, so leave him alone. It's already hard enough running away from home behind Mummy Moraine's back. Can't believe I just said that. And being chased after by dark friends on your way to defeat the greatest evil ever. Yup, we're at it again. And this time Rand is determined to prove, mostly to himself, that he is New Age Lutheran Telamon by fulfilling a prophecy. That of a mighty sword, Kalendor, that can only be retrieved by the Dragon Reborn. And retrieve it he does! Super easy, barely an inconvenience. This is where he finally realizes, whoa! I do be the dragon. That's what we've all been telling you, Rand. A wild Forsaken appears, acts all tough until Moraine shows up and scorches him up to oblivion with balefire. That was very cool, not gonna lie. Go, Mommy Moraine! We still have one tiny problem though. Belzamon. Another book, another appearance, another defeat. Rand swings his new sword around and the enemy dies yet again. It's true this time. There's a body in everything. Or so Rand thinks. Don't be so gullible. Body equals human. Dark One equals not human. So body, not Dark One. It's fine, Rand. This is still a big achievement. You just killed the leader of the Forsaken. A powerful and scary dude, really. His name is Ishamael. I thought all these names, Dark One, Belzamon, Ishamael, Shaitan, which literally means devil in Arabic, referred to the same person. The Dark One has many more. Again, please, pick one. I can't keep up. But Belzamon isn't. From what I understand at least, it's a username Ishamael chose to pose as the Dark One. Blasphemy! How did the Dark One allow this? Must be an elaborate plan of the Shaitan. Doesn't matter at the moment. We win until next book. Part 5. The Most Beautiful Forsaken. A Theory. Before we even get into this, I will ask you to neither confirm nor deny my upcoming theory. If you really wish to discuss it amongst yourself, please put a huge spoiler tag so I know not to read it. Thank you in advance for being respectful, lovely ganchos. Now, onto my theory that's a little far-fetched, I'll admit. It's actually based on nothing substantial. You'll understand in a minute. In the wheel's complicated pattern, we've got to be aware of many a threat. The Dark One, White Cloaks, Dark Friends, Grey Men, and Forsaken. We got rid of Ishamael, the leader of the Forsaken, but there's one that really bothers me, Lanfear. She first appeared at the end of the Great Hunt, at least that's the first time she officially announced herself, and scared the crap out of me. Now I'm starting to believe that wasn't the first time we've seen her. Here's the evidence I gathered. 1. I was told by a reliable source that Lanfear's name comes from French, l'enfer, literally hell. This is no evidence, I just thought it was creepy and cool and creepy. 2. Egwene met a woman with dark hair and a white dress in the White Tower's hallways. This woman was later revealed to be Lanfear. Funny, I initially thought it was Selene. 3. Perrin saw a couple people in Wolf Dreamland, one of which was a mysterious woman with dark hair and a white dress. This was way before evidence too, but based on the descriptions, I also thought it was Selene. 4. While Matt was recovering from his sickness at the White Tower, he got visited by, yes, Selene, which means Selene and Lanfear were in the same place at around the same time. 5. Perrin was warned by Min about a beautiful woman that is not to be trusted, and he meets that very woman in a dream, woman whose name is Lanfear. Guess who else was described the exact same way from Rand's perspective in book 2? You got it! Selene. These are two different horny boys, most certainly having different tastes in women, but the use of the very same description is not negligible. 6. Selene and Lanfear have a similar way of speaking. A little sneaky, a bit condescending, sounding like they know more than what they're letting on. 7. I've always been incredibly suspicious of both Selene and Lanfear. What do they even want, aside from the Luz family jewels? I'm not sure whether all these instances are truly connected, but based on descriptions alone, here's what I conclude. Lanfear and Selene are one and the same. I joked to my Cosmere informant about the two women being sisters, until a light bulb turned on and I went, wait a minute! Many characters come with many different names to throw people off, right? Forsaken Selene Lanfear is therefore a possibility. Case closed! Jail! Both of you! My next investigation? Is Wolf Dream the same place as Ren Riyadh? One requires a special ring, while the other requires, falling asleep? I rest my current case, but there's no rest for Detective Kaya. Conclusion. I'm tired. This isn't surprising, as I'm always tired. There's clearly something wrong with me. But burn me! There are too many people involved in the rebirth of this dragon. And light! It is taking forever. But Kaya, it is all about the journey. You've got to learn to appreciate it. What good would it be if Baby Rand slayed the Dark One in one weave of his sword? I hear you, and I agree. A good story with a satisfying payoff needs careful setup and gradually rising stakes. I feel like this is what's being built here. I trust Jordan's genius, even though I have yet to really see it. Perhaps I should request a Kaya-friendly abridged version of the Wheel of Time, because its weaving is taking even longer than the booting of my brain after hard-earned deep slumber. I hope you realize how tragic that is. Do you think the Black Aja is recruiting? Asking not for me nor for a friend. I wouldn't want Leandrin or the Dark One to be my boss. Same with the White Tower. I'm taking back my application, Mommy Moraine. I would have a problem with the authority. It's crazy how, in these books, so much yet nothing happens all at the same time. The general consensus in the fandom seems to be that the story kicks off around book 3 and book 4. I can tell you now it isn't book 3, unless you mean the ending. And I've said it and I'll say it again. I shouldn't have to wait so long for the story to get good, but whatever. I got hooked, so now I'm waiting. But if I'm not satisfied with book 4, I'm sorry, but I might need to stop reading this series. And it makes me feel so bad because I like it, just not enough to love it. And there are thousands of other books I could be reading instead. There's the show to keep me updated. I know, unpopular opinion, the book is always superior, blah blah blah. But I quite enjoyed the show. Haven't watched season 2 yet, but season 1, in my opinion, does a good job condensing the circus happening in the books. Let's just hope the Shadow Rising doesn't let me down. In the meantime, drop a comment down below and tell me, did you like the book and why? Did you give up on the series at any point? Do you think the series should have been shorter? Can you pronounce Run Riyadh? I'll see you again, Gancho. Beware of the shaitan. As for me, I don't know if I should trust my Aes Sedai anymore.